Welcome back to the Giants franchise. In this episode, Jaxson Dart will be getting his very first start at the NFL against the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, this is actually how it went down in real life. Jaxson Dart today, actually at the time of recording this, at least it's Sunday, on the 28th, and Jaxson Dart just won. Now, Malik Nabers out for the year, potentially with an ACL tear, but in our game, of course, he is just fine. Let's go ahead and jump into MetLife now and see what happens in this game. Jaxson Dart prepares to lead out the Giants offense. Really excited for this. Russ will be backing him up, but I think I'll also be adding Russ to the trade block and looking to move him to a team that may be trying to contend if they have any injuries to their starter. So in real life, the Bengals, for example, lost Joe Burrow. I think it would make sense if the Bengals obtained Russell Wilson. Now in our series, of course, that might not happen, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. Now I am only playing offense, so that means we'll be out for this first drive. In this first game, going forward, I'll probably play a good combination of things, but we're going to kick things off with the read option. Let's get Dart an easy completion to start the game. Try to get Wan'Dale Robinson using his legs to make things happen. And that's a big gain. Robinson down the field, and Robinson will break this free. One man to beat. He will not beat him, but a 52-yard pass. The first throw of Jaxson Dart's starting career. Well, what a way to get Jaxson Dart's game started. Now we can try a screen pass, Tyrone Tracy, and no blocking in front of him. That's going to be a 2-yard loss. Now we could throw this to Nabers or Slayton. Going to be Nabers, but it's going to be short of the touchdown. Tui Pelotu. We're staying in the game on offense. Jaxson Dart. Let's see if we can get him a touchdown. And I'm going to actually change this to a slant for Malik Nabers. One-on-one outside. And that should be 6, and it's broken up. Turnover on downs. Really good defense. A good throw from Dart, but just can't come down into Nabers' hands. And with Madison Beer potentially in attendance for this game, of course, Jaxson Dart's got to go out and show that he's the better quarterback than Justin Herbert. We've got to win Madison Beer's affections here in MetLife. Gonna run this right off Scadabo's blocks up the middle. Pretty good blocking there, and now Tyrone Tracy can break that off for about a 15-yard run. Maybe a flood concept out to Wan'Dale Robinson. In fact, it'll be Malik Nabers, and that'll be a first down. Nice throw to Malik. And I don't see the read key on this play. I tried to hand that off too. Oh, I held X. I don't like how they've changed that. All right, third down, Jaxson Dart. We got to go ahead and get a score. If I don't get the first down, we're kicking the ball. Wouldn't mind the seam. Malik Nabers, though, this time he comes down with it. That's a first down. Dante Jackson in coverage, and I saw the one-on-one once again. Man coverage, pressed up. I'll take that chance every time. I think that Malik should have come down with the touchdown previously. Now, of course, we've got to watch out for Derwin James. I don't want to run anywhere near him. Tyrone Tracy cutting it back inside. Touchdown, Giants. And New York strikes first at home. Justin Herbert, watch out. Your girl's got some competition. 3 tight ends right. Thought my guard could hold up a little longer than that. Did not happen. So far, I'm really liking what I see from Dart. Now, he hasn't done a whole lot, sure. But this throw is really nice out to Wan'Dale Robinson. Just a good touch pass. Robinson up to 62 yards. Now we have a play action. So this could be a good look. This one's going out. Caught! Johnson! Down to the 5. And Dart with the throw of the season so far. 2 on him. I actually saw that it ended up looking like it was man coverage. Even Derwin James going with him. And I saw him breaking open. And a beautiful touch pass. Now a spacing concept. This is going to be my big money play. I still want to reward Johnson for that play earlier. And instead it's going to be Manhurt's touchdown. Dart looking incredible in his opening debut starting. So we check back in with 4 minutes left in the half. Defense has done its job. 6 points allowed for this Charger offense. I think I just want to run away from... Uh-oh, Tyrone Tracy. Good patience by the safety. Tyrone Tracy, I thought that was going to be a touchdown. Can't break his tackle. And Dart forced out. Dart going to take off with this one. He will have a first down and then steps out of bounds. Derwin James shoving him out of bounds. No big play. I haven't seen a need yet to have Cam Scatterbo in the game. There's not been a moment where I thought he really would have improved our chances. This one, I'm feeling circle. A floater for Darius Slayton. Chip blocked in on Derwin. As we'll pick up the first down. Now this is going to be a pseudo motion to create a strong eye. Manhurt's motioning in. Derwin James gets juked out. Tyrone Tracy down to the 1. I messed that up royally. Tyrone Tracy can't get it. Darius Slayton broken up. Didn't work out. Man, a poor end. 2 drives ending at the 1-yard line or so. Really frustrating. We check back in, and it looks like we got the ball back on their side of the field. Incredible stuff. And check down Tyrone Tracy. I do have 3 timeouts, so we'll use 1 there. Kick is up, and Graham Gano ends the half. We are up 11 points on the Chargers. Now a shallow cross pattern. Malik Nabers open, and Malik will stretch this one out to the 50. Midfield. This one I could see going deep. Let's see here. Derwin not carrying with Malik. We're going to throw this one up. And Malik's got it. Malik Nabers touchdown. Best player on the field makes the best plays at the right times. And Jaxson Dart is throwing darts. Justin Herbert balling out now. Has to. He's on the line. And we have Malik Nabers not one-on-one though, so I'm not going to risk it. This time is the ball is intercepted. Hanley picks that off. I thought Malik Nabers had double coverage, but he did have a step. I thought we could maybe try him. And instead trying to hit the tight end. Manhurts actually was the target, and the ball sailed. I'm not sure what happened there. And now we start the 4th quarter off trailing. So a big test coming up for Jaxson Dart. We're going to flip this run play. And that proved to be the right idea. Derwin James coming over and absolutely killing Tyrone Tracy, who has had a really solid day today. Trying to force the issue to Malik Nabers, and he's got it. A first down catch. Jaxson Dart putting together quite the performance. Now, there should be someone open on this play. Looks like we have cover 3. We have 2 double posts going deep. And that's not going to be it. Wan'Dale Robinson, 1-on-2. Comes down with it! The catch of the century! Holy mackerel! Jaxson Dart putting up a prayer of a throw here. Wan'Dale Robinson, 2-man coverage. Goes up over him, grabs it, takes the hit, and goes down. That's going to be hard to top. We're now back on offense, and we have once again lost the lead. Cam Scatterbo, a whiff of a block, but did enough to give me a lane. How about another RPO read bubble? Wan'Dale breaking the tackle. Wan'Dale, another spin inside. And a huge first down. Wan'Dale has been electric in this game. Now we are in field goal range for Graham Gano, of course. Definitely going to want a first down. Bad throw, and that's intercepted. It was the right read. A bad throw, and Gilman picks it off. We have some faux man coverage, it looks like. I don't think it's going to end up being man. Jaxson Dart going to take off and run with this one, and he gets down to the 38. Dart making plays with his legs. We're going to run no huddle now. Throw. Johnson caught. That'll be another 3 yards, and that'll take us down to the 2-minute warning. I don't mind that in the slightest. Can we try an outside zone? Can that work? I don't know, but I want to run some time off. There is a flag on the play. Tyrone Tracy gets the first down anyway. And if we get another first down, you better believe I'm going to start burning this clock. We have a read peak situation here. And it's a keeper. Dart rolling it out. Dart's got some blockers. Dart running out of bounds. Not the right call. I should have stayed in, but we'll take that nonetheless. I don't think the Chargers consider us to be in field goal range. They should now. And an injury timeout actually by the Giants will save the Chargers a timeout. So now if you're the Giants, you have to get another first down if you want to go ahead and ice this game completely. And we'll do just that. Tyrone Tracy with the first down. Now the Chargers start burning timeouts, but it's not going to matter, as we'll go ahead and kneel to end this game. Kick is up, and the kick is good with 20 seconds left on the game. Kick is up. It does not make it into the landing zone, so that will be a touchback. So you actually don't need that many yards on a touchback now, as you really want to position that kick into the landing zone. 20 seconds, no timeouts. Justin Herbert's first play. Takes off and runs with it. This is really dangerous, but it gets a lot of yards. Will they have time? Clock is still running. It does not stop on a first down. They have to spike this. And with 5 seconds left, they may just send out the Hail Mary unit, and that's what they'll do. So there will be no field goal attempt now. It's either game or loss on this play. Herbert's got the arm for sure. Gets hit as he throws, and it's broken up. Jaxson Dart wins his first NFL start of his career. 2-2 on the season now. The Giants, with something to prove, have proven it. And with how the NFC East has been, don't be so shocked if we try to buy some pieces to help Dart out this year. QB of the future, maybe. QB of today, certainly. Looking at the quarterback stats, Dart outplaying Herbert, 20 for 29, 337, 3 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, and 9 digits from one Miss Madison Beer. Great stuff from the rookie out of Ole Miss. And then running the ball, Tyrone Tracy, really good stuff. 119 on 6.2 a carry and a touchdown. We got another 10.5 on 2 carries from Singletary, no attempts from Cam Scattaboo, and then 50 yards from Jaxson Dart. So all in all, we almost had 200 yards rushing. And then receiving, of course, Malik Nabers, fantastic. Wan'Dale Robinson, incredible this game. I can't even speak enough to what he did. On defense, it looks like Dexter Lawrence gets a sack. Abdul Carter gets a sack. And then Micah McFadden and Roy Robertson Harris share a half sack. 1 interception apiece for Gilman and Henley on the Chargers. After the game, we found out Stephon Gilmore has a torn labrum, so he will be out 3 to 7 weeks. I'm probably not going to put him on the IR. I just don't think we need the roster spot, and I'm not sure that that will end up mattering that much, especially if it's on the shorter end of that spectrum. Kayvon Thibodeau, hey coach, I'm working on my tackling and getting some extra film sessions in. I think I broke a couple tackle dummies already. Been feeling great. +2 tackling, +1 play rec. Well, now I know why we had to order new ones this year. Okay, your development has been great. Really impressed with the progress you've shown. Thanks, coach. I was inspired by your belief in me. Aw. I'm going to push myself this year no matter what happens on game day. I'm sure you will. Great mindset to have. Best of luck out there. So it looks like in week 5 we actually won against the Saints. 24-17 your score. We go in here and we look at the player stats, and Jaxson Dart 3 tutties to 1 interception. Didn't break 200 yards, but still pretty solid. Spencer Rattler 2 for 2. Tyrone Tracy struggling to run the ball. In this game, looks like everybody pretty much struggled to run the ball. Devon Vela with 110 yards. Really good stuff. And on defense, nothing crazy here. Brian Burns, 2 sacks, 1 for Devon Godshaw. And it looks like Kool-Aid McKinstry, Micah McFadden, and Bobby Okereke all got interceptions. I would say he is a superstar. Not the best defensive player in the NFL, but definitely a superstar. Bottom line, he's a certified superstar. He's someone who we expect to make big plays from every week. And more often than not, he delivers. We have to win in the trenches. Simply put, against the Eagles, you have to win down low. And we do have Dexter Lawrence, we do have Brian Burns, and we do have Abdul Carter. So that should be something we can do. So it looks like the challenge is to get 1 TFL and 1 sack with Dexter Lawrence. And I definitely think that's possible. Lastly, we have Mock Draft 1, which I believe only shows the first round. You can see first expected off the board is going to be 2 edge rushers. 1 from Oklahoma, 1 from Vanderbilt, Max Anderson and Connor Perkins. And then first quarterback expected off the board, Tyrone Broyles. No shock there. Third to Cleveland out of Oklahoma State. Definitely makes sense that they'd try to replace the QBs they already have, because it just didn't make sense in the first place. I don't see how he doesn't go to the Saints, however. And then currently projected to pick all the way down here. I don't know about this. Keep going. 19, a tight end, Jonathan Bernard. That would not at all be my pick. So not super useful information here. So now we'll get into this game against the Eagles. The Eagles to this point have definitely been unimpressive. I think this is a game we can win, but on paper it's going to be tough, and I think that means actually playing the game will be really tough. 3-2 on the year. They have neutralized things a little bit, but still a chance to remain one of the tops in the division and in the NFC. Hurts is pretty darn good. Now we know he can mostly only run the ball, but we're going to try and see if we can force him into some passing situations in this game. Run to Saquon Barkley on the first carry of the game, and that's only going to net a yard, if any, and actually it's going to net 0. Odell Beckham Jr. on the Eagles. Did not see this one coming. I don't know about this Boca blitz. We'll see. We're going to show the blitz, as a matter of fact. And I just obliterated Saquon Barkley. The slant actually worked really well. Starting with the play action boot slide. Definitely want to just try to get Wan'Dale Robinson in space running. And we will get him to do just that. He gets inside, cuts up for a first down. Really nice block from Darius Slayton. We have to remember, there's no Malik Nabers this game. We have to get a little more creative with some of the things we're running and the schemes we're getting open. So 3rd and 3. I definitely want to try to throw this underneath. We've got Jalen Hyatt. We've got Robinson. And that pass is poorly thrown, and also just a bad decision. Jaxson Dart giving chase. Jaxson Dart making the tackle right to Bradbury. And I'm going to have to own that one. I definitely was not looking down the right receiver. Every superstar quarterback makes plays like that in the season. It happens. We're going to run a play action now and look to hit maybe Johnson or Manhurts in the seam. Neither of them is going to be the answer. And Jaxson Dart gets sacked. This is a much better team we're facing now than the Chargers, I think. Now, the defense, maybe not quite as intimidating, but it's turning out to be that way. Last second throw is intercepted. I'm not even sure where he was going with it. Bradbury comes over. I was trying to hit Square on the left, and I think Square was that Wan'Dale? Second interception for Bradbury. Can we run a screen successfully? I would say so. It's about 9. Tyrone Tracy getting caught up on some tacklers and then gets out of the backfield and ends up picking up about 15. Doesn't have the speed to break that for 6. Well, now we have to look to throw this again. Nice mesh concept for Wan'Dale. He's got a first down. We'll run a jet sweep now. Maybe get Wan'Dale Robinson involved this way. I wouldn't mind running these to Jalen Hyatt with his speed. Oh, that gets absolutely annihilated. Wan'Dale loses the ball. That's going to be picked up, and Jaxson Dart fails to fall on the ball. Jalen Carter will run this back for 6. This is a nightmare scenario. Can the Giants even hope to get this back on track now is the question. I'm not so sure. Jalen Hyatt wide open. Can't pull that down in bounds. Oh, he does. They actually ruled that a catch. You can hear the boos raining down in MetLife. They are not happy about this performance as Cam Scattaboo gets nothing on that play. That'll take us to the fourth quarter. Jumping forward to the next quarter, and the score now 31-2. We got a safety, guys. Oh, I'm so proud of this team. I don't like this team. I'm really not feeling this game. And we got a chalk now. A throwback to Darius Slayton. That's going to get picked off. Cooper DeJean. I don't even know if he went down there. And Cooper DeJean just ended this game. I saw the comeback, but threw it too late. And then the ball didn't have enough juice on it anyway. That's just on me. I'm piloting Jaxson Dart really poorly this game. Cooper DeJean, really good play in zone. And the Eagles win 37-12. Giants fall to 3-3 and definitely are still in the playoff hunt. I'm not ready to throw in the towel on the playoff just yet. I definitely don't want to just tank for no reason, but it's starting to feel a little unreachable because I don't think we can even win in this division. The Cowboys, I think, will be the better team, and the Eagles will be the better team. Our defense played well up front, and Brian Burns played a big part in that due to the attention he garnered. So we lose the game, but is that going to have worked out? Brian Burns earned 4,500 XP. Okay. Dexter, you look pretty broken up on the sideline after today's game. How can you rebound after such an emotional loss? I left everything on that field. To fall short after a performance like that can take a toll on anyone. So it looks like he did really well. I'm going to praise Dexter Lawrence too. The second. We didn't get it done today, but with guys like Dexter, you can never count us out. I'm confident he and the team will bounce back quickly. You better believe it. That means going into week 7, we have our final 2 games that we'll be playing in this episode. One more game against the Eagles, and after that game, I think I'll have a pretty solid idea on whether this team even has a remote chance at the playoffs, and then we can approach that trade deadline starting with the next episode before I simulate to week 9. We have made it to week 7 of the NFL season. Giants take on the Broncos behind second-year quarterback Bo Nix. First-year quarterback Jaxson Dart, of course, to take him on. And I think the Broncos are a beatable team. They're definitely better than us at this stage of the NFL season. And our defense, our offense, haven't really been fully in sync. But this is a good chance to right the ship. And if it's also a good chance to find out, do we move on from certain players? This is the final, or second to last game, I believe, before the trade deadline. I think week 8 we can make trades as well. So I'll have to make sure of that. Bo Nix will come out and take on the offense at the 24-yard line. 10-6 touchdown to interception ratio on the year. Definitely a sophomore slump for him. And we're going to be coming out in the 4-2-5 a lot today. My plan is to run lots of match. We're going to have a third down and long situation now. Robertson Harris trying to push off this. Batted down. Bobby Okereke. No, that was actually Stephon Gilmore. That was actually Abdul Carter. I didn't realize he even dropped back into coverage there. Really great play by the rookie. I think he could be what Dallas maybe envisioned Micah Parsons being in the long run. Of course, didn't work out for them, and hopefully it works out for us. As Jaxson Dart comes out for the first time today. 7 touchdowns already on the season, 783 yards, sub 60% completion percentage. Want to avoid PS2 at all costs, but don't have to worry about avoiding him if I get hit immediately. And the biggest issue now is without having our best receiver in the game, who do you go to on third down? Oh my gosh, I didn't set my feet. Jalen Hyatt absolutely blew up PS2 in coverage. And we can see here Jaxson Dart dropping back. Look who's open back there. I don't know. Change the depth of field. C23? Or 13 rather? Oh man, that was the time to uncork the deep ball, Jackson. Unfortunately, I guess I moved the control. You can see he comes to a stop. And then I move a little bit before firing it off. So he threw a backfoot pass, which went 5 yards down the field. Another third and long for Jaxson Dart. This time they come out in a softer zone. We're going to find Darius Slayton on the outside. They say 4th and inches. I don't agree with that, but we're going to go for it either way. That frustrates me. I have this tendency to go for it in really dumb situations, but we do get the first down. I hope you like third down and long, because you're going to see a lot of it today. This is frankly what happens when you don't have your best player available. And a late throw. Saw that one way too late. And I promise we're going to play more defense in this game. That wasn't the only drive we're going to do, the first one of the game, but another 3-point field goal. I guess all field goals are 3 points. Another field goal for the Broncos. And with Malik Nabers out, to me, that's Tyrone Tracy, who's going to cut off his block, doesn't have the breakaway speed to take that to the house. I'm not opposed to adding another running back in the offseason. I know back-to-back years they get hidden development or, you know, hidden star development, whatever you want to call it in real life, players, but I just don't think the answer is on roster. I am not a scattered believer. Okay, Tracy going to cut that back up and just doesn't have the change of direction to do so. And let's kick out this read option. We haven't run this once today. Keeper for Jackson Davis, and again, the game does this thing where it gives you the read, and they still somehow make the play. It's really frustrating, actually. Alright, I told you we'd play some more defense, and we are. Shift the line left. It's a pass anyway. We have match coverage, one-on-one down the field, broken up. Back the defense off on third down and long. And appropriately, they get one over the middle, hitting the soft spot of the zone. Is that Evan Ingram? Right over the middle. Where is the defense? Where are these linebackers going? Running the dime now. Going to use her as Abdul Carter. Got off my man. It didn't matter. Now Nix takes off and runs this down to the 11. Alright, well, Jaxson Dart starts off the second half, down 9. Definitely still a manageable game. Get things going with a really nice running back flat off the play action sprint. Trying to run more of these 2 tight end sets as well. Really nice coverage by PS2, but a better play by Wan'Dale Robinson and a really nice ball by Jackson. Man coverage, so I'm actually going to audible out of what I was in. And no, it is a zone. One-on-one. Caught Slayton, but a really bad ball by Jaxson Dart. And again, I don't set my feet and throw that. That's on me 100%. That was wide open. I'm trying to get a thing over the middle for Darius now. And he clears the middle of the field, exactly what I wanted. Jaxson Dart slides down, no! Ball's loose and it's done! It's gone to the Broncos. Jaxson Dart's first turnover of the game is a fumble. The Broncos recover. And what the heck happened? I do change of possession, we get the ball right back. That literally is how that went. Next play, I guess a turnover right back. So we've got the ball in better position. It's one of those arm punt turnovers. You're trying to turn the ball over. Or I guess it wasn't even an arm punt. It was in, what, bowling? Are we trying to bowl the ball to him? This is where I looked at square circle. One-on-one for PS2, and the tight end wins it. The only player that can maybe take down PS2 is a tight end in short yardage. Thomas Fidone II. Really nice ball by Jaxson Dart. Just putting it up there. Jump ball for his big guy. Makes the play. And good coverage, but what can you do against a guy twice your size? Looks like they're still in some heavy zone. So we're going to run mesh concepts. Try to get players open. That's perfect right there for Johnson. Now the stiff arm running over his tackler. And that's a big time first down. Theo Johnson just got ahead. And that's the thing with the mesh, is it just can pick someone wide open. How about inside zone from the gun? Well, they are stacking the line, bringing the safeties down. And this is where I like to do a little deep ball action. Maybe try to hit Darius Slayton, but Wan'Dale could be good on the outside. And he's got a one-on-one. Gets hit as he throws. Dart puts it in perfect place, and Robinson drops it. Oh, man. A great ball by Jaxson Dart. We're running the ball. ISO up the middle. Cam Scattaboo picks up a block. And we're down to the 30. Devin Singletary will check in now into the backfield. It's a halfback screen. Actually cutting this inside now. Using my blockers to set up. Singletary blows up an arm tackler. And it seems like they're anticipating run. Man coverage potentially. Wide open. Rush throw, but caught. Tyrone Tracy down inside the 10. We're going to run an RPO read. I don't love this because it's to the outside on a flat. Going to be a keeper anyway. And Jaxson Dart will dive into the end zone. And the Giants have their first lead of the game. The Darty continues. With Jaxson starting. Now we'll bring a 5-man blitz on a cover 3. Zone chuck for Golston actually on Evan Ingram, but then nobody over the middle of the field. Now I'm going to switch things up and bring... I'm going to show cover 3. We're going to bring a huge blitz now. And it does force the errant throw by Bo Nix. Bo Nix takes off. Where's the contain? Nowhere, but we stop him short of the end zone. Will they kick a field goal now is the question. Some heavy stuff. We're going to pinch everybody in. It is a run, and it's a wide open touchdown. Inside zone, I see those safeties have backed off a little bit, so that worked. And terrible blocking. We do get the first down. If we can take our sweet time marching down the field, I think we can win this game. That's a good way to start. Just keep getting first downs, maybe even a little fast for a first down. Not that you're going to not take a first down. We're running another read option. They don't beat it. Dart does not get the first down, however, and it's 4th and 1. So now the question is, do you go for the lead? I don't know at the 46-yard line if we even have the personnel to do it. And we will get it. Big time 1-yard gain for Tyrone Tracy. The biggest thing that does is it means we can keep just running the ball down. Oh, once you flipped it, you can't flip it back. That's awesome. Nice spin, Devin Singletary. We pick up 5 yards. Busted play because apparently you can't flip the run back. And we actually make something out of it. Now hit them with an outside run. They have not been getting any of these tonight. Wan'Dale Robinson. We set this one up earlier, and it works to perfection. They weren't even ready for it. And we're taking this one to the house. Wan'Dale Robinson touchdown. Maybe a little soon. This one's either going to Johnson, Hyatt, or Tracy. It's going to Johnson, and he's wide open. Make that a full 7-point game. Jaxson Dart leads a beautiful drive behind his running backs. And the Giants take a 7-point lead. That means it's the last drive of the game for the Broncos, pretty much, we can assume. And you can actually see, reacting correctly there, Micah McFadden sat in his hook zone correctly. And this throw somehow gets around Bobby Okereke. Now down inside the 23. No pass rush at all. Bo Nix takes off, and now he's inside the 10. And now is when the Giants will take their first timeout. Nothing's working here. We got to change it up. And all they do is score a touchdown off the press. Absolutely putrid defense down the field. And now we have to go back on offense and score. And this is a dangerous one, but you can see they're in a cover 3, maybe even cover 1 concept. We're running all seams down the field. We've got a man open. It's Tyrone Tracy! And Tracy running this one. Touchdown, Giants, first play. Jaxson Dart with ice in his veins. I saw the defense they were in. I would have audibled out if they were in what looked like a cover 2 or cover 4, but no, they're in a cover 1, maybe a cover 3. I'd have to go back and look. I didn't really see. That means somebody's going to be open down the field, and sure enough, Tyrone Tracy absolutely beats his man off the line. He's gone. Now with 1 minute left, the Broncos have a chance to walk down the field, and they did not have a problem doing this last time. Need a better pass rush, only bringing 3. Soft zone, we keep it in bounds. That's the big thing. That field goal's not going to cut it, however, so we're going to back the defense off. It's a screen. Dexter Lawrence had a chance to take him down, and instead they pick up a first down. Now it's only 56 yards to tie the game. We're going to back the defense off once again. Looks like some adjustments being made. Oh, correct. He's the one that'll be blitzing now. And it's a check down. Harvey down to the 39. That's the final timeout for Denver. So now keep everything in bounds and you can win the game. Oh, and a big hit. I think that was Drew Phillips that made that hit. I'm not sure that Bo Nix wasn't even across the line. Now Brian Burns combines with Abdul Carter. I don't think that was even Abdul Carter. That was actually Bobby Okereke that made that play. 15 seconds. Trying to get the pass rush there, and nobody open deep. They're going. Broken up. 8 seconds left, 4th and 17. And I think you break out the prevent. I don't know if they're going to run a Hail Mary here. It does look like that's what they do. It's caught. If it's in bounds, it's game over, and it will be game over. Bo Nix is celebrating. You're going to 1-6, buddy. Jaxson Dart wins, and the Giants are still higher than 500 going into Week 8. That means we have some really tough questions to ask at the trade deadline. The throw of the century here to Tyrone Tracy. Beautiful ball. Wins us the game. And we'll end this episode with a Jaxson Dart 10 for 16 performance. Didn't even air the ball out much. 62%. 2 touchdowns though to 0 interceptions. Really good yards per attempt. And then rushing the ball, nothing great today. Singletary 3 yards. Tyrone Tracy 67. We had 70 yards on 20 carries. That's not going to cut it. Now Wan'Dale Robinson, if we include wide receivers, really good play for the touchdown. And then of course Jaxson Dart averaging 7 a carry and a touchdown as well. Receiving, we couldn't really stop them through the air. Really good stuff. They had all the top 5 receivers. That's crazy. Tyrone Tracy leads the Giants with 108 yards. Wan'Dale Robinson 1 for 12. Darius Slayton 1 for 9. That's also not going to get it done in the future. On defense, Micah McFadden, not too bad when he was doing the right zone coverage. We did get a sack for Chauncey Golson and a sack for Abdul Carter. And Brian Burns and Bobby Okereke shared that sack that ended up clinching the game at the end. Cordell Flott ends up with the interception for the Giants that should keep our play sheet satisfied. And that will be the end of the episode as we advance to the next week. We are now at the final week before the trade deadline. This is the last time we can make anything happen, and we're playing the 5-2 Eagles. So once again, challenging for the top of this division. If we don't win this game, I think trades have to be made. Even if we do win this game, trades might have to be made. Looks like we have a storyline coming up. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the series to this point.